have the lead, 94, but Jonathan Matt made up some ground. They have 66.
Is it too late to pick Politics of Canada?
Well, thank you guys for letting me try that new little thing out. I appreciate it.
That worked out well
right.
for the trailing team.
Like
Yeah.
All right, everybody, that is the end of the first half. Before we go into the second half, I want to let you know that I am super excited that today's episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. So I'm a big, big fan of BetterHelp. They are a service that is used to assess your needs and match you up with a licensed professional therapist. You do it online. You can message back and forth however much you want. And BetterHelp gives you access to weekly counseling sessions, whether it's on Zoom or on the phone. I just mentioned messaging. That's one of the great things about it. The aspect of having weekly calls and sessions and the messaging makes this more affordable than traditional offline counseling. There's even financial aid available. They have licensed professional counselors ready to deal with anything from depression to relationships to self-esteem to grief. It could be anything. The thing is this, as you're listening to me, you're probably thinking to yourself, is there something I need counseling about? Is there something that's going on in my life that it would really benefit me to talk to somebody who's not going to judge me, who's going to be able to listen to me, and is going to be able to offer insightful opinions, and also have a great background in therapy so that it's not just talking to a friend, it's talking to somebody who has a background in things that are going to help you. That's what BetterHelp's about. I've used it. The first time that we ran an advertisement for BetterHelp, I started using it, and it has been a big thing for me in my life. I have overcome 3 or 4 things that were holding me back. For years, they've been holding me back. And over the course of 3 months and you know me, I'm always going to try and overachieve, right? So my counselor was always surprised with me. She's like, Jonathan, you're doing this stuff so fast. And so it's up to you what your pace is. It's up to you how much effort you're going to put in. But having that person there and being able to message them, I was sending messages every day, long messages every day. And I was working my stuff out, and I'd ask questions about it, and I'd get the responses. And I mean, guys, I really, really believe in this product. I really believe in BetterHelp. They did a great job connecting me with a counselor that was right for me. And if you get connected with somebody that's not your cup of tea, you just switch. You just push a button. I don't want to work with this counselor anymore. Let me go to the next one. And you'll find somebody who's right for you. I know there are lots of people out there that can benefit from this. I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you're going to get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/TWA. There are tons of people who are using BetterHelp right now. You can be one of them. That's BetterHelp. That's HELP.com/TWA. Give it a try. You won't regret it. Today's show is also sponsored by EveryPlate. You guys, you can have full plates. You can have fuller wallets by using America's Best Value Meal Kit. That's right. EveryPlate makes it easy and affordable. So it's not just easy, and it doesn't just taste good, even though it is easy and it does taste good. But it's also affordable. That's the difference that EveryPlate makes. They give you easy-to-follow recipe cards. The portions are pre-done. You don't have to spend as much time prepping. You don't have to spend as much time cooking. The recipes are coming together in around 30 minutes or so. It's faster than a trip to the grocery store and definitely faster than starting your meal from scratch. Sebastian and I made one the other day. It was a Chipotle meatloaf, okay? It had the sides were roasted garlic mashed potatoes and carrots, and it was fantastic. I would have never thought to put Chipotle sauce on a meatloaf. I'm kind of standard. I'm kind of basic, right? It was so good. It was so good, y'all. Even Sebastian liked it, and Sebastian doesn't like anything. You know what I mean? You should give it a try. And here's how you can do it. You could try Every Plate for just $1.99 per meal, plus an additional 20% off of your next 2 boxes by going to everyplate.com and entering code TWA199. Did y'all hear what I said? $1.99 per meal. That's a great value. Get started with Every Plate for just $1.99 per meal, plus an additional 20% off of another 2 weeks by going to everyplate.com and entering code TWA199. All right, let's get on with the second half of today's game.
So it's round 4. It's question 1. If I'm hosting, you know what that means. That's right. It's Chris destroys a hit. So let me give you the deets on this song.
Ooh, Chris has deets.
I do have deets. This song rose to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart in 1973. Rolling Stone magazine also named it the number 390th out of its top 500 greatest songs of all time. I want you to name the song by using the following opening lyrics.
Okay.
All right. When are you gonna come down? When are you going to land? I should have stayed on the farm. I should have listened to my old man. No by the way. I just wanted to do the at the end because it sounded like it flowed. And the lyrics are, without Chris's spin. When are you gonna come down? When are you going to land? I should have stayed on the farm. I should have listened to my old man. And again, the deets, it was a number 2 song in 1973 on the Billboard Top 100. And Rolling Stone magazine named it 390 out of its 500 greatest songs of all time.
Matt, it's the second one I said. I'm 100% on it.
Okay. Go ahead and lock it in.
Yeah, we're locked in.
All right.
Oh, well, it looks like Joe just agreed with me, but I know this song. This is Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Elton John.
At first, I initially wrote Rocket Man because of Come Down, and then I was singing it in my head and getting to the next part of the verse, I'm like, that does not lead into Rocket Man. Where is this going? And I had to go all the way through to the chorus to get to the right song. We said goodbye, Yellow Brick Road.
So the name of this episode should be Goodbye Bread Bowl.
Goodbye Bread Bowl.
Goodbye Bread Bowl.
Bread Bowl will give you wings. All right. And Carmela, you never said if that was officially your answer. You just said it. So are you good with that answer, or do you want to change it after what Jonathan said?
That was her answer.
And 2 yes, that absolutely was my answer.
Fair enough. And your
answer. I don't want it to make it seem like I'm, running over Joe, because I'm not trying to.
All right. Your answer is Goodbye Yellow Brick Road by Elton John. Well done, teams. All right.
That's a fun song. It's really impossible to sing if you don't have like a super high voice, though.
Also, if you don't know the words initially,
good call.
We used to do karaoke roulette. My mom used to be a karaoke DJ, so she knew a lot of other DJs. And so we'd do karaoke roulette, and I got the disc that started with Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. And I'm like, well, I'm 10, and I've never heard this song before, and now I will never forget that song.
Aww.
Your question 2 in round 4 is in science and food. Science!
Food!
And the question is, the stigma of the crocus flower, and that's spelled Crocus, flower grown in the Mediterranean, East Asia, and in the Irano-Turan region, is used to make what spice?
All right. I like that, Matt. I think we can lock that in.
Yep. Agreed.
Cool. We're locked in.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. Saffron is used a lot in Mediterranean and Middle East, especially Middle Eastern dishes. So I think you're right, Joe. You want to go with that?
Yeah. I mean, I know that there's a bit of, I know it's really hard to produce. And I was reading a story that there's a lot of controversy surrounding how it's, made. But that was my first thought. So,
yeah, the only other thing I was thinking of was turmeric, but I think I'm getting stuck on things that turn food yellow. So, but I think saffron is made from an actual flower. I think turmeric is like a root. So I'm good with saffron.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Matt and Jonathan.
Our first, both of us kind of threw the same answer up at the same time, and wasn't a lot of discussion on it. We both really came up to saffron right away. So that's a pretty, if you cook, it's expensive. So to get some saffron, and then you get a little bit for a lot of money. So we're going to go with saffron.
You know what's funny about the reason that I lean towards saffron is when Sebastian was young, we used to watch Disney Junior all the time. And there was a cartoon called Sophia the First, which was a little princess. And they had an episode called Hocus Crocus, where they needed to find the most rare flower in the kingdom. And so the rarity of the name crocus in that show led me to the rarest or most expensive spice that goes with it. So that's why I felt good about saffron.
All right. And it takes between 70,000 to 250,000 flowers to make 1 pound of this. It is saffron.
Nice.
Your final question, round 4, is in sports ball.
Sports.
And the question is, as of 2018, what European country has received the most Winter Olympic medals with 368? Winter Olympics don't get enough love here at the Trivial Warfare. Bringing it back.
I'm good with that, Jonathan, if you want to go.
Yeah, that's both of us are thinking the same thing.
Yep.
All right, we're going to lock in.
I would think it would be Russia more than a Scandinavian country, just because of their dominance for so long.
I always leave Russia out, and I don't mean to. But yeah, I do think they're considered Europe in this case because their capital's on the European side. But that makes total sense. I mean, now, of course, if people are going to be picky, like, oh, they were the USSR at that point.
That's true, too.
Yeah, and I hope that that's not the case here. I think we're just going to say that that's all Russia. I mean, the country still technically exists. I'm cool with Russia. I mean, Olympics especially is not I'm not good at this. So Russia sounds good to me. I know they were big rivals for hockey at the very least. So, yeah.
Okay.
So that's your locked in answer?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
right.
yeah. Sorry. Yep.
So I hope it's not Russia. If it's Russia, then using the European clue is like, ooh. But we know that Norway is a country that wins a few medals in certain events every single year. Biathlon is one of those. Like, they always win biathlon. There's a couple of others like that. And if you look at however many years the Winter Olympics have been around, and if you can lock down 4 or 5 medals in different events regularly, then you can get up to the 300s. So we went with Norway.
So this country has won 132 gold, 125 silver, and 111 bronze to equal 368. And that country is Norway.
Wow.
Good job.
Finally got one.
Sorry, Carmela. That's my
Hey,
fault.
you're good. No big deal.
After 4 rounds, Jonathan and Matt got a little closer. And it is 114 for Carmela and Joe to Jonathan and Matt's 96.
Okay. All right.
Respect.
Okay. And your round 5 question 1 category is in current events. And the question is, who was the first female Treasury Secretary of the United States sworn in on January 26, 2021?
Oh, you sound confident. Are you confident?
Yes.
Do you have meow meows?
I just watch a lot of stuff. I'm meow meow.
All right. I guess they're locked in, Carmela and Joe.
Well, Joe, you're the one who said it first.
Yeah,
and I agree with you.
I think her first name is Janet, but I think it's Yellen because I think she had, I don't know if she was in charge of the Fed or something before it, but I know that she got brought back into it. So we said Yellen.
And Jonathan and Matt.
Matt, that's all you, dude.
Yeah, no, Janet Yellen. Yeah, she was the former Fed. Joe, you're right, former head of the Federal Reserve Bank. So Janet Yellen, locked in.
And your answer is Janet Yellen. Well done, both teams. We got a fight here now. We got a legitimate fight. This is great. All right. Your question 2 in round 5 is brought to you by Rob Warman. So thank you, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
And this is in literature.
Literature.
A magical phoenix is a character that figures into the plot of multiple Harry Potter novels and movies. The name of Dumbledore's flaming bird was an intentional reference to what November holiday?
Yeah, we can lock in.
Yep.
All right, they're locked in.
Joe just texted us